Welcome, everybody, to another episode of OTR Vantage Point Sports. I am your host, Mark Kelly. Wherever you are, thank you for making us part of your day. And don't forget to check out kellydefense.com and all the past episodes of Vantage Point, as well as warhog.com and all the Warhog Words of Wisdom episodes and all the past On the Range podcast with War HOGG Tactical and Kelly Defense, the wildly popular flagship of the OTR universe in the top 2.5% in global popularity. Well, today and this weekend are the Divisional Series games in the NFL. And here at OTR Vantage Point Sports, I thought it'd be fun to give you my picks of all four games, and then you guys can track and see how we do. And also, give me a bunch of crap. Leave me comments and tell me how stupid I am and how I'm wrong. So if you want to comment on the games and my picks, leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating. No matter what platform you're watching or listening to, smash those like buttons and hammer those follows. So week 2 of the playoffs, divisional week. Typically my favorite week of the playoffs, 8 teams, 4 games. Typically solid games. Home field advantage is a real issue in this week, because you have 2 teams that are coming off of buys, and then they get to prepare, 7-8 days for the team coming to their house. So big advantage. So I'm going to start with the Bengals and the Titans. Now, I'm a Bengals guy. I'm a Joe Cool guy. Joe Burrows. Loved him at LSU. Didn't get much of a chance in Ohio State. Transferred to LSU, and you saw what he did. Great championship game, destroying the Tide. He had a good season up until he got hurt last year at the Bengals. But this year, just been lighting it on fire, dropping dimes. Now, the Titans are favored by 3.5. I'm going to stick with 3.5. But my thoughts on this game for most of the points are that Joe Burrows is the real deal. He is the real deal. Now, the Bengals have some injuries on defense. I don't know how those guys are going to pan out. A couple of studs went down last week with the win against the Raiders. So not sure what their condition is. I heard they're all coming back. The O-line, even though they've played so well, the O-line hasn't really protected them all that great. Still, I think, led the league in sacks allowed on Joe Burrow. That can't happen. That can't happen against the Titans. Their offense gets big plays. They find a way to win, and their kicker is money. Their kicker is money. So now on the flip side, the Titans are getting Derrick Henry back. The defense is really good in the front. Tannehill's a good quarterback. Derrick Henry was in there last week. He's been gone for a while. That dude is a beast. He's like trying to tackle a freaking grizzly bear, man. He is an animal. Finishing. He's a big, big man. Finishing runs, punishing. He's excited. Saw some video of him at practice. He's ready. So we'll see what happens with that defensive line of the Bengals, struggling a little bit with injuries. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. The Bengals have won a lot of close games this year. They have. And one thing about the Titans defense is their backfield. Their safeties and their corners are not the best. And if Joe Mixon starts to run and they got to bring an extra guy up to try to put pressure on Burrows, because Burrows has been pressured a lot and his quarterback rating goes down when he's pressured. But when he's not and he's got man-to-man, he will tear them apart. So I like the Bengals to win as the underdog. Just got their first playoff win in 31 years. I think they're going to keep it going, but it's going to be tough day. The Titans are good. Okay, moving on to the Packers. Packers versus the 49ers. This is the biggest underdog, with the 49ers getting 5.5. Jimmy Garoppolo had a hurt thumb, a couple other things banged up on him. Nick Bosa, but they're both going to be back. Nick Bosa was in the protocol for concussion, but he's going to be cleared. He's going to be cleared. He's going to be back. That guy's a beast. The freak show that Nick Bosa is going to be a problem. But Aaron Rodgers does what he does. Jimmy Garoppolo's never played in a game that was below 32 degrees. Now, I know you're thinking, well, he was at the Patriots for a while. Yeah, but he never played because Tom Brady was there. And then he got hurt that one year that he was the quarterback. He's been sunny San Francisco. So that's going to be a factor. Now, I know Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't believe he was in a Sunshine State or in California when he was coming up through school and stuff. I can't remember where he went, but that's a big difference. Everybody would rather play in warm weather. Trust me. It's going to be a factor. Aaron Rodgers, they play in that bone-crushing Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra. That's going to be an issue. Don't think it's not. But they're good too. Jimmy Garoppolo and Kittle, man, I tell you what, they tear up the middle of the field. But Aaron Rodgers is the man. He is obviously the MVP. I know the whole vax issue was a problem for him, but I don't know. Jimmy Garoppolo is probably going to have to put on a bunch of stuff he's not used to wearing because of the cold weather. It's going to be an issue, but I do believe that the Packers are going to be able to just shred the 49ers, but you never know. That's why they play the games. So I'm going to go with the Packers. So to sum up the Bengals game, I got the Bengals to be the underdog to win. Packers will easily cover. They're at 5.5. I'm going to go ahead and just go with the Packers. The LA Rams favored by 3 points against the Buccaneers and Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady is a winner. I think he's like 17-3 or something like that in his last 21 or 20 playoff games. That's incredible. And that includes 2 different teams and a Super Bowl win last year. Brand new team. So you always got a chance when you got Tom Brady. He's just that good. Bruce Arians, he's a good coach. They play hard for him. And they got some pieces. Gronk is strong this year. Tom Brady will just shred you, dink and dunk all day, score a lot of points. But they're going up against a tough LA Ram team. LA Rams got a tough defense. Von Miller and Donald. Unbelievable. They are going to be in the face of Tom Brady all day. Tom Brady's got a banged up offensive line. So even though Tom gets rid of the ball quickly and accurately, it's still tough when you got those 2 animals coming after you. They're dogs, man. They'll pin their ears back and just rush him all day. Now, they might have to load up the box because Fournette might have a good game. I think he's back. If that happens, it's going to be close. Matthew Stafford is a real deal too. Everybody can see that. The first time he gets out of Detroit, he's on a playoff run, wins his first playoff game. In 13 years, however many he's been up in Detroit. So that goes to show you how important Matthew Stafford was to Detroit. Good on him for getting an opportunity in LA. I think they're going to win. I think they are going to cover the 3 points, and they're going to beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Now, I don't like to do that, but I think they're a good team. They got Cooper Kupp. They got Odell Beckham Jr., who's playing lights out. They're playing good ball, man. And Matthew Stafford's a stud. He always has been ever since he came out of Georgia a long time ago. He's good. I don't like doing it, but I don't know who I'm going to root for, but I can tell you right now, if I'm a betting man, I would take the points and LA Rams. In the last game, Chiefs versus the Bills. The Bills are the underdog by 1.5, 2 points. I'll stick with the 1.5. I like the Bills. I know they're the underdog, so you got a good chance of winning some money if you bet the underdogs. But they score a lot of points, and they are gritty, man. I know what you're thinking. Which Josh Allen is going to show up? It doesn't matter because dude can run too. Now, the Chiefs, when they get behind, and I think the Bills are going to score some points, when they get behind, they just don't look the same. I don't know what that is, but the Bills are good, man. They are really good, and their defense is tight. They score a lot of points on defense. So I'm going to go with the underdog Bills. The weather's not going to be a factor to them because they play in Buffalo. Love that town. Spent a week there one night. I think I told you that story before. Love Buffalo, small market, just like the Bengals. I would like to see the Bills win, and honestly, I like them to win. So let's go over these one more time, guys. Bengals to cover and win, -3 against the Titans. Packers, they're going to cover the 5.5, and I think they're going to destroy the 49ers. I think the LA Rams are going to win a pretty close game against the Buccaneers, -3. And I think the Bills are going to win, being the underdog at 1.5. So those are my picks. Tell me what you think about my picks, guys. Leave me a comment. Make sure you hit the subscribe, likes. And don't forget to check out all of our OTR Universe shows, Words of Wisdom, Vantage Point, Sports and News, and On the Range podcast with War HOGG Tactical, Kelly Defense. Don't forget to check out our Patreon page. And also don't forget to visit warhog.com and kellydefense.com. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the games. Talk to you soon.